Okay, here is the February music hall list. I meant to do this earlier, but I didn't. Should have been out the first, but I completely forgot about it. But we're here now. And this month, I will say, was more in favor of my obscure music finds and cassette finds. I will say that. Other than two of these on the list, and they'll be shown in an unboxing before this one goes up. I got a good stack of cassettes, I think. I don't know how many there are, but the pile total that I see, I know it cost me less than $100, or maybe just around 100. Then the two cassettes that I was telling you about, those were, I bought them back in December, but they came in February, so technically it is a February music haul. Same with one of the vinyl that's going to be shown here. But first up, in the obscure music vinyl section, Locust and Jenny Piccolo Split EP. This is a 5-inch picture disc. Now I have 3-inch records, I have 7-inch picture discs. I've never seen a 5-inch record, let alone a 5-inch picture disc. So for $4, that was pretty cool. It's like a hardcore, punk alternative, whatever you want to call it. Has the lyric sheet and like the track listing on it too. It's just pretty interesting. That's why I picked it up. There you go. Now into the big ones. Now I just noticed as I was trying to record it before, I accidentally tore the shrink wrap on this one a tiny bit, which I'm so bummed about. But this is the 3 o'clock. Before 3 o'clock, they were actually known with this record as the Salvation Army, like the thrift store, whatever you want to call it. This was actually a record store they released, I think it was Black Friday 2022. But I passed up on it and I regretted it ever since because I like the album. And the same record store, he got one back in, sealed. So I got it, even though it's shrink wrap's kind of torn now, just because my stupid ass did not get enough sleeves. I will be getting sleeves. But yeah, this was pretty cool. And this is on a orange vinyl. 40 years later, pretty much. That was the cool part about it. That's one of the reasons I was so lucky to pick it up. Let me see if I can slip it back here without dropping anything. Okay, next up is the Cranberries in the End. I believe this is just a generic vinyl release, but I barely have, and I have Cranberry CDs. I have some Cranberries cassettes. I don't think I've found the vinyl yet of them, and I missed out on the Remembering Dolores Record Store Day one, which I'm still kicking myself over because I should have gotten it. But I was lucky enough to find, I think I paid like $25, and it's still sealed from 2019. So, just about 4 years old. That is impressive. I love this album. I think even though, I think the vocals were just, like really well-made demos by Dolores, but even then, they are just so good and it works really well together. Favorite song off this one is probably All Over Now or Wake Me When It's Over. I didn't talk about a favorite song for Salvation Army, but it's Mind Garden. I just thought of that now. This one I got from someone at a place where I recently worked for a little bit. It's Herb Alpert's Tijuana Brass, whipped cream and other delights. I think it's funny because apparently people are like, oh, this is in every dollar bin everywhere you go. Like, you will never not see this album. It's so common. This is the first time I've seen it in person. That's how weird it is. Like, something that was supposed to be very common, never seen before. And it's in nice shape. I think I narrowed down the pressing, but I'm not 100% sure yet. All I know is, even, I think it's like 66 or 67 on there. It has like the goldish, like it's like a mustard. I just tore the inner sleeve for it. Fuck. Now, it's just a light corner hair thing. I think the album value is like $2, and that's not gonna kill me, but I was like, oh, damn it. This one's cool. I was lucky enough to find this. This is Gorillaz Cracker Island, the indie, I think this is indie exclusive, because every record store I've seen has this color. It's the purple vinyl. Don't know what it looks like because it's still sealed, and that's kind of how I want to keep it for now. But I've not liked the Gorillaz album since the Now. That's how long it's been. That was my last album by them that I liked. Song Machine, I don't know, it wasn't my thing. But this one, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Obviously, Cracker Island off it is really good. I think, what was it? Baby Queen? Or, Skinny Ape. I just thought they were cool. And Possession Island is really good as well. I would recommend, checking this out if you have not. This is, like, I listened to it for the one day and I'm like, well, I'm hooked. I'm getting it now. This is apparently like a classic. Everyone has this. Janis Joplin's Pearl. I have not seen this album ever, really. And I don't think I've even listened to it. I like some of her music here and there. She's really good. I don't think I've ever sat down and listened to this. Surprisingly, I know I'm such a weird music nerd, and I have not heard one of the most, like, basic albums, like, made. But it is interesting. It is cool. I got it for $4. I think that's because the top is kind of gnawed up a bit. But I don't care. It's $4. Who cares? Of course I'm gonna pick it up. It's at least worth it. It's on just the red Columbia Circle label. And I don't know, the record store music has these weird sleeves where they're heavy duty, but they're like, they just missed the top of it. Where it's like, I have mixed feelings. I'd rather it kind of go over it versus under it and be like that. So it's like, that's a bit weird. Here's one of the ones that's going to be in, that was from the unboxing. Johnny's I Hate People on the Internet EP. I believe it's an EP. Album, whatever you want to call it. Now this is how they packaged it. It was in its own sleeve, and it's unsealed, and it's like this weird cardstock, which I think is interesting. And the best part about it, they shipped it with the record behind it. I love that. That's like the best thing ever. If I'm gonna pull it out, I'm gonna show you. There's a bit of seam splitting in it, but this made it all the way from Australia. So I'm just glad it wasn't dinged up to all hell. It's like a little seam split, that's not gonna kill me. And it comes on this beautiful, like, black and red blood splatter looking vinyl. I like this kind rather than just like the little specks, like the normal splash pattern that I see. I think that it looks a lot better, and that's like the most important part. It looks more appealing. There we go. Next up, we got Frigid Pink's Defrosted. I'm gonna take it out of the sleeve to show you. This is on my obscure music. I found this a while ago, and this is the crazy part. I will tell you with the next part, because that's how crazy it is. So, I got this for $20. I was so lucky to find it. I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, I know that. Mine now, thank you. I like how the cover is like I don't know how well it is to see on there, it's like metallic shiny. And I think that's awesome. And the best part about it, has the original inner sleeve. It's a tiny bit seam split, but who gives a damn? This is from the 70s, so that's the best part. And I love the parrot label on this. It's like a spiral that looks so cool. I have a whole batch of anti-static sleeves, but before I even put these in anti-static sleeves and all that, I am going to clean these thoroughly. I'm going to get a cleaning kit, clean them thoroughly, and then put them all in there. The record store before this, though, they were asking $79.99, which that is a bit crazy. I know some of these obscure music things can go for crazy money. Like, I'm listening to one, it's self-titled album by Felt. A first press US pressing, I think it's like $450. So, I mean, that's probably where they were getting it from, but now the last one on the vinyl list today. Another obscure music, Ethel the Frog's self-titled. First press from the UK. It was the coolest thing ever. I was so lucky to get this. This I did pay $30 for. So, a bit more than the others, but so worth it. I don't give a damn. Now, here's the fun part. I went into one of my local music stores one day, and I was looking around, and I was looking in one of the bins, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Let me come back and get it tomorrow when I get paid. And I was driving away, and I'm like, nope, this doesn't seem right. So I went to my bank, cashed out $30, went back and be like, here, took it. Then the next day, I went in there and I bought the Salvation Army 3 O'Clock record, along with some of these cassettes. And then the next day I went in and I found Frigid Pink's Defrosted. So 3 days in a row, 3 obscure music finds. This is cool. And the funny thing is, this has a cover of Eleanor Rigby as the first track. And it's not bad. It's like early metal, like heavier rock. Which, I mean, hey, you're into it. You're into it. That's cool. That's a weird mark on it, but yeah, basic white label. I'm hoping that's not a gash. If it is, I'm gonna cry, but hey, I have obscure music. It's like right at the end, very end, where the Matrix, well, the run out is. It looks like there's a little gash at the last track, and I'm like, please no. So hopefully that works out. But hey, on the cassettes now. First one's up, Johnny's I Hate People on the Internet on purple. I have the solid black one. There's a red version, but I'm gonna try to get it on one of the UK sites because it's a bit cheaper, and also shipping is a lot cheaper versus paying $25 to ship anything. It's maybe 10. That's just me though. The next one is Johnny again. It's the Line and Satanic Prostitute black cassette. And the one thing I have like a little problem with it, but it's just probably me. The album is The Line, and the EP is Satanic Prostitute. They came out very close to each other, but the Satanic Prostitute EP is the last 4 tracks on the second side. So why is it the cover? If anything, I would rather have like a custom cover for The Line and that, or just have it be The Line's cover, because I don't know, it just doesn't fit right with me. That's just me though. But next up, we have one I was really lucky to find. Insane Clown Posse's Riddle Box. Black, it's like the clear shell, first press. I have the orange shell first press I was able to get for about $40 or something like that back in 2020. This I paid $10 for. And I was so lucky to get it. I thought it was the Polish first press for a second, and I was about to shit myself. But unfortunately, it is the US clear shell, which I didn't know they made, but that's still cool. And the way you can tell, apparently, on the back where the words are green, they're supposed to be white, and the track listing is a bit skinnier and numbered on the Polish one. This is not. But hey, it's a variant I did not have, and I was so lucky to get it. Next up, Pogues, Hell's Ditch. This is, I don't know if it's one of my favorites by them, but it's definitely up there. Has one of my favorite songs on it, Lorca's Novena. I think that's how you say it. And then you have The Wake of Medusa on here, Sunny Side of the Street, a lot of really good ones. It's on the Island label, just a regular clear shell, in really good shape. I think I got it for like $2. That was on eBay. And then we have the Cranberries, No Need to Argue. Obviously, a lot of people know this one. It's the one that has Zombie on it. My favorite one off it's probably Ode to My Family. That's just me. But hey, it's cool. It's weird because it's the no barcode one. It has that piece up there, but that could just be a different variant. Whatever. And we have Cranberries again. Bury the Hatchet, Sealed, which I thought was really cool. I've never really listened to this album before it. And then I was like, let me check it out. It is so good. I think it's one of my favorites. Obviously, the one song Promises off it is so good. Delilah's really good. Saving Grace is another one of my favorites. And to find it sealed for $5, hell yeah. Which sect do I want to pick from? We'll go down to one with Ozzy on it first. We have Bark at the Moon. Nice one that I found. It's weird because all the track listings on the front, nothing's on the back. This is just a basic white shell. Nothing really special, but cool. Another Ozzy, No More Tears. I got these all at the same time. They were like $3 a piece, if that. And this is a cool album. I don't have a lot of... I had the picture disc from it. I don't think I have a CD or a vinyl, like another vinyl version of it yet. But obviously you have ones like, where is it? Mama, I'm Coming Home, No More Tears. Probably my favorite is Desire, but that's just me. And it has Clear Shell, another Ozzy, Diary of a Madman. How cool is this one? I like how it's like stereo cassette on the front. That's just weird to me. Favorite one off this is probably Over the Mountain. That's what gotta be one I love the most. And it's on this weird like leather type texture around the sides. Apparently there's like names for the textures on cassettes. I did not know that. Like that's how you can tell some of the various pressings are like, oh, it's a leather texture or whatever the hell. And I'm like, who made these up? Then we have the last Ozzy one that I can see, Blizzard of Oz. This is another really good one. Not my favorite by him, but that's just me. Has Suicide Solution, Mr. Crowley, obviously everyone likes that one. I Don't Know is another really good one off it. Okay, and then next up we have the Hollies 20 Golden Greats. Obviously it has Lone Cool Woman in a Black Dress, and a few of their other good ones. Gasoline Alley, Bread? What? That's weird. But it's on these weird record labels. It's like Pop Collection, Super Seller Series, AS, never heard of them. But it's like, I think these are like, it's like a weird bootleg or something. It's the only way I can describe it, because even the cassette shell, it's like very rough and rigid, like it's very pointy. That's the only way I can describe it. 38 Special, Wild Eyed Southern Boys. I like this album, I have it on vinyl. Just a nice album overall in my opinion. Hold On Loosely is obviously, it's one of the best ones on there for me. Next up we have the Mamas and the Papas 20 Golden Hits. This I found at a thrift store for 50 cents. Or maybe even a quarter. Yeah, it was a quarter. Obviously California Dreamin' everyone loves. I'm starting to try to listen to them a bit more because I do like the music. I just gotta start getting into it more. It says double album, but I think that's just what this is. It's like a double, everything's in one. We have Traffic, John Barleycorn Must Die, which very odd album. I don't know what my whoa, this is weird. Each side contains a complete album. It's Glad, Freedom Rider, Empty Pages, Stranger to Himself, John Barleycorn, and Every Mother's Son. That is odd. I did not notice that till now. That is pretty weird. Okay. Here's another one of these weird bootleg, I think this is like a Middle Eastern copy, maybe. But it's Eagles Hotel California on the 747 label. The last time I had anything 747 or like any weird types, it was like the Zeppelin and Uriah Heep ones. It's interesting. It's just odd to see. I like them. We have Ace Frehley's Trouble Walking. I had to look at that for a second because I was having a bit of trouble. But it's nice. It's in a nice cassette shell. It's like in a nice shell. I think it might be a different shell because they feel like newer. But I think my favorite off it is probably 5-card stud. If I had to pick. Neat. We have Ted Nugent's State of Shock. Now, I don't know how people feel about his albums or whatever, or just him as a person. I don't like him as a person, but I can like a few of his albums. That's how I kind of keep it, because I think it's good music. I grew up on it. I don't really listen to anything past Cat Scratch Fever, but that's just me. This one is it's one of my favorites. It has Paralyzed, Take It or Leave It, Alone, which is probably my favorite off of this. And then we have another Ted Nugent, The Great Gonzo's Best of Them. And this has, like, obviously, has Cat Scratch Fever, Just What the Doctor Ordered, which is one of my all-time favorites. Paralyzed, Stranglehold, Wango Tango. A lot of really good ones on this one. Clear Shell. Then we're getting into the Bowie type stuff, but it's not Bowie, it's Tin Machine. Tin Machine 1, which is like his weird group that he made for a few years. It has Heaven's in here, which is a nice one. Prisoner of Love, which I actually have the picture disc too. It's like a shaped disc, I think that was cool. Have that, and then I got this on eBay for $5. Tin Machine 2. I'm doing that because I think that's why it's not on streaming services. Apparently, I don't know what's with this one. It has Baby Universal, One Shot, You Belong in Rock and Roll, and a few others. Goodbye, Mr. Ed. It's a pretty interesting cassette. For $5, of course I'm gonna get it. I'm a huge Bowie fan. This is an interesting copy. Expanded dynamic range of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, and it's just celebrating its 50th anniversary with the very underwhelming box set for a few $100s. This I picked up for $6. Wasn't really too upset about it because I don't have a lot of Dark Side of the Moon. Surprisingly, I have 2 or 3 pressings of the album, maybe a copy or 2 on CD, never a cassette. So of course I'm grabbing it. And in that same line, Adam Hart and Mother. This is weird because everything I can find about it with the 4XAS382 number, they all show me a clear cassette. This one's on a white one, which I don't know what that's about. Whatever, I don't know. This one's obviously, it's one of those weird ones that's like, it's so good but it's so odd. Obviously, If is a really good one off Fat Old Son. But honestly, I like the whole Adam Hart and Mother just complete first track that takes up the whole side. Whew. Okay, next up we have Kiss. Self-titled. One of my favorite albums of all time. You can't go wrong with it. I think this is like, I don't know if you would consider it glam rock or just like normal classic rock. That's how I call it. But this is like, I would say, if you had to own any classic rock albums, this would have to be one of them. It's so good for like a first album at least too. You have stuff like Strutter, Firehouse, Cold Gin, Nothing to Lose, Deuce. Then you have Black Diamond, which is my favorite. It's such a good album. He has another copy there I want to pick up with like a different look on it, which I'm going to totally do. Then we have Kiss, Creatures of the Night, one of my favorite 80s albums by them. 70s would have to be this. 80s is definitely Creatures of the Night. You have that song, you have Saints and Sinners, you have I Still Love You, I Love It Loud is one of the biggest hits off of this. Plus, I just like how the cover looks. It looks crazy. Then we have another Kiss one. Not my favorite by them, but for $2, I had to pick up Lick It Up. Definitely just like, I don't know, it's just very underwhelming for me. I listen to it, I'm like, okay. It's whatever. You have Exciter, Not for the Innocent, Lick It Up, Give Me More, Young and Wasted. A few others on here. But, if you want to hear some of their more popular 80s stuff, I think it would be on there. Here we go. We gotta move the little record. We have Yes. This one's an interesting one. Same spot that I got the Mamas and the Papas one for a quarter, and same with the Traffic one. It was on the same batch. Has Leave It, Our Song, City of Love, Owner of a Lonely Heart. I figured one up for a quarter. Then I got Gangster of Love, Johnny Winter. I know I have to get the tag off it. It won't come off. But I thought that was pretty cool. I like Johnny Winter's music. Him and Edgar Winter, I would say, are like some of the best, like some of the most musical, like, genius people to ever walk the earth, even. Because, like, it's crazy, but they are so insanely talented that it's beyond, like, comprehension for me. Like, I look at them and be like, they are so damn talented. It's so awesome. Good songs off here. You have, weird. Can't Believe You Want to Leave, Gangster of Love, Oh my darling. I think a lot of these are even covers. Because I Can't Believe You Want to Leave and By the Light of the Silvery Moon are like, I think Little Richard did them. I know he's covered a few, and he's good at that. I don't know. Interesting. Another one of these weird bootleg tapes, America's Homecoming, on that 747 label. The way I can tell what, like, if they're definitely that type, obviously the spine, but also just feeling them. It's like a rugged, pointy, like it'll cut you if you cut it across you, versus like, that's like very soft and rounded. This is just not, which is weird. Alice Cooper's Trash, picked it up for $3. I was super lucky with this one. I don't think I have this one at all yet, but obviously everyone likes Poison off it. Hell Is Living With You is a good one. I don't know, I'm more of a 70s Alice Cooper fan, but hey, that's a nice one. Okay, now we have Michael Jackson's Heal the World single. It's obviously in a bit of rough shape. I got it for $1 though, so not complaining. The B-side to it is She Drives Me Mad. Are they both on the same side? No. Okay. I thought this was going to be one of those, this program is on both sides. Then we got Michael Jackson Black or White. This I got it as well for $1. I think it's off the same album even. It's off the Dangerous album. It's like a circus looking one. Yeah. Same album. That's pretty damn cool. This is a special version too, which I'm guessing that's just a single version. I don't know. This is an interesting one. Very odd even. Got this from Angry Young and Poor actually. They're like a punk rock record store. I got this, hold on. The Youth Avoiders, 2010 to 2016. It's called Discography. Now, I open it up. Obviously. Yeah, this cool looking cassette. It has like a stamp on one side. And the other one is not. A little download card. And the amount of tracks on here is bizarre. I'm actually going to pull this out and read it. Because it is that, like, wild, like, how the hell? Side A has Spare Parts EP and LP. 15 tracks on side A. Side B is the Time Flies EP, Split EP with Zombies Are Pissed, and the demo from 2010. That's another 14 tracks. So, just under 30 tracks on one cassette. That is just so cool to me. And I think I picked it up for like $1.50 or $2. So I'm not going to complain at all for that. I like the kind of cassette that was used. It's like a very smoky looking black gray. I think that's cool. I like finding a lot of these punk and like hard rock ones for cheap because they're just so obscure and they're just going to go in the list. Okay, next up we have Sinead O'Connor's I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got. I had to let you look at that when I read it, just because I'm like, oh, it'll hurt my head. Obviously, this one has really good songs, like Nothing Compares to You on it. I'm just reading. Been a second. Three Babies, The Emperor's New Clothes, Black Boys on Mopeds. It's an interesting album. I just picked it up because it was $2, and also it was the only one there without a white spine on them. This is the only one with a black spine. So I just got it. Then we have, I'm going to save that for last, to hell with it. Heart's Dreamboat Annie. This I do not have yet on cassette, so I picked it up. And it's just pretty cool. I like the album. Obviously you have Magic Man, Crazy on You, Dreamboat Annie again, and Dreamboat Annie Reprise. It's 3 tracks on here. I would think that's the funniest thing. We have Rolling Stones Tattoo You. I got this for a couple bucks as well. Start Me Up on it. No Use in Crying. Pretty good songs. Not one of my favorites by him, but hey. I got Mick Jagger, She's a Boss. Now, here's the funny thing about this. I am tempted to be like the Titanic fan 97 and collect as many Mick Jagger, She's a Boss cassettes as I can. because the same place I got this from had about 10 more. All the same price, about $1 to $2. So why not try it? And then we have Molly Hatchet's Greatest Hits, another $2 one. Why not? Has Shake the House Down, Whiskey Man. What does that say? Does that say Gator? Yep, Gator Country. Pretty interesting albums by them. I actually just picked up a record from them for $1. I got lucky. And then another one, Molly Hatchet, Double Trouble Live. 2 records set in 1 cassette. Okay. I always look at that, I'm like, oh no. Am I missing one? So again, not too bad. It's just a live album by them. Yeah. Little Richard's Lifetime Friend. He looks old now. That's like 90s, I believe. Maybe. That's just what he looks like. But it's cool. It has Great Gosh Almighty. Yeah. Somebody's Coming. Lifetime Friend. The World Can't Do Me. I think this is more in his gospel phase, which isn't too bad. I like his music, so I'm not going to complain. We have Vanilla Fudge. One of the craziest albums. As You Keep Me Hanging On It, one of the best covers in my opinion. I feel like it's so much better than the original. And the live version, when they're just on stage, just wailing and going crazy, it's one of the best things ever, and I love it. Last up, I wanted to save this for last. Rage Against the Machine's Evil Empire on cassette. This is my second Rage Against the Machine cassette. I have the first press of their self-titled. But this is cool. It wraps the whole way around. It's on the clear. And even the lettering is just beautiful looking. I was very lucky to be able to see them in Pittsburgh last summer. And it's one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Just hands down. Oh, and I got a CD. I forgot about that too. I'll flip that out quick, since we're just at the end of it. Sean Calhoun, My Regards. It's like R&B, rap stuff. I got it for free at Angry Young and Poor when I went. It was on the free table, so I grabbed it for free. I thought that was cool. Not bad. Not something I would listen to 24/7, but hey, it's pretty cool, and I respect the hustle. So, yeah, that was my February music haul. Definitely more cassette oriented. I think March is going to be more record heavy. If it keeps going this way, maybe it might be cassette balance. I don't know. There will be, I will show you, like, I have the Twisted stuff. I'm not going to show you which one it is. But I ordered them in late February. They came in. And 3 of the 4 things were completely cracked all to hell. So I'm waiting, I'm ordering all the stuff for them at once, and you'll see them in the March haul. So if you like this series so far, let me know below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you can. See you in the next one.